as we head up to the start line now for the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup. Radley College versus Shrewsbury School.
So the red, white and Radley on the left, and the blue and white of Shrewsbury on the left, on the right, sorry, and the red and white of this Radley on the left there on your screen. Really love hearing that rush of water as they charge off the blocks there. Again, Shrewsbury just managing what seems to be happening quite commonly this morning on the buck station, a little bit of drift out to the middle. But here we go, the umpire will warn them and they'll return to that Buckinghamshire station.
It seems like there is something going on in the water today, Adam. There's been a number of crews. I think Yale's just been getting a bit of a talking to from their umpire. Matt Vincent, in the previous race, we saw them come right out. And I think it was the DSR Laha crew earlier that we also saw struggles. So the water is tricky, there's no doubt about that, even in the coxed boats.
I think the wind, the flag's blowing, I think it was forecast for sort of 13-mile-an-hour winds today. Just around that island, I think it just catches people out. You don't have wind as you go off the blocks maybe, and then you catch a little bit and it just drifts you over. But speaking to actually both coaches of these crews, so Sam Grant, coach of the Shrewsbury School, and then Sam Townsend, combination with Chris Bartley and John Gearing of the Radley crew, both of them really nervous about matching up and meeting together, not really knowing which way it was going to go today. But at the moment you can see the red and white of Radley just looking like they've got this race by the scruff of the neck at the moment, and putting quite a lot of pressure on Shrewsbury.
And Radley's had a great run through this week. We saw them matched up against Teddy's the other day, and we saw a reversal of the result from the national schools with Radley taking the win in that race. So really having a bit of a dream run through Henley this week, as they're now, I think, opening up to about a length lead over Shrewsbury.
Yeah, Radley have been a little bit plagued with illness and injury this year, so they've been a bit under the radar actually, and they've managed to hook it up and found some more speed here, which is great, beating, as you said, St Edwards in the earlier round. And Shrewsbury had a great race against Westminster as well in their early rounds, and that might have just taken a bit more out of them, as you can see here. But close up on Radley, here they go. They look like they're enjoying this now. What a commanding lead they've got, and they're looking controlled, and this is the opportunity to relax and really find the groove. Lots of cheers from the bank there, you can hear.
It is one of the really cool things about this regatta when you're rowing is how close the crowd is to you. I know when I raced here for the first time, that was something to really get my head around. Because normally when you're racing, particularly 6-lane racing or international racing, it's probably at least 100 metres to the bank. So to feel the crowd a matter of metres from you, and how loud it is, particularly on the weekend, is really something you have to get your head around and keeping that focus. But we see here Radley coming down towards the enclosures now with a very commanding lead over Shrewsbury.
They'll get a solid round of applause for this row. And they're looking like they're just finding a nice cruising pace now. But good stuff from Shrewsbury, really driving it on, trying to claw back as much of that deficit as they can. There we go, close up there. You can just see how the wind is just catching crews a little bit here. It just rocks a little bit, but you know, there they are, really putting everything they can in to claw it back onto Radley College.
And we saw the back of Finley Parr there in the bow seat of the Shrewsbury crew. For me, Radley has just gotten calmer, stronger, longer, all the way down the course. They've really relaxed into this rhythm, as you said, Adam.
Big round of applause there, and as you say, the crowd's right on the side of the bank there, isn't it? It's a wonderful feeling, and it's great. You know, a race like that, it's lovely to be able to soak it up and not be worried too much about the opposite crew.
Victory ultimately there to Radley College. As Shrewsbury School comes across the line in the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup.